Buena Park is in the building. Buena Park? What's the deal? Nothing but the homies out there. Nothing but the homies. What's up with the homies?
Who poppin', we poppin'.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show where anything goes. I'm your host, Mark Vargas, and you're tuned into a very special episode of the Centerlocked Show. A movie review. Yes, we're doing a movie review, and we got, you guys already know who he is, the owner, the founder, the host of Your Last Resort podcast, Brandon Lejean.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hey, Brandon, last time we were here, we were talking Jake Paul, you know, your evil step cousin. And, you know, we were talking about him in the boxing world, you know.
Who is he fighting? Do you remember who I predicted?
I think it was the first Woodley fight.
I had to have taken Woodley's side, which I was probably wrong about.
Yeah, you know what? It's all good because Jake Paul is a fucking superhero, you know.
He's sick, dude. I'm 100% team Jake Paul now.
It's, you know, people who hated on Jake Paul are just haters, you know. It's jealous, hating, or you just, you know, I mean, don't really fucking pay attention to anything that's going on in the world. But you know, I think Jake Paul, Ukraine, you know, what's a bigger news story? You know, kind of have to probably be Jake Paul.
Well, I mean, which one sells pay-per-view events, Mark? No one's paying money to watch.
I would pay money. Hey, give me Putin versus, you know, the president of Ukraine. Hey, I'd pay, you know, WWE. We just had WrestleMania. I would watch that, you know, but dude, we're not in charge of those decisions.
On the Ghost of Kiev, GoPro on the Ghost of Kiev would be sick. I'd pay big money to watch that.
I would, you know. I think he's RIP right now, but
yeah, I don't know what's real anymore.
You know, would he be RIP if he is already a ghost?
I'm too high to answer that question. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one.
Yeah, well, you know, anyways, we're here today and we're going to be talking about, you know, Doctor Strange. And, you know, we're going to give our honest truth, what we thought about the movie and, you know, kind of what we think will come next. And, you know, that's, if you're a Marvel fan, I think everybody kind of does that after every movie. You know, if Marvel kind of gives us a hint, we can it'd be a little bit easier, but sometimes Marvel, like they did in this movie, it's not that big of a hint, or if you're not on top of your game, you will probably be like, what the fuck did I just watch? You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll get started. Brandon, we'll start with before the movie. Were you, how excited were you to see this movie? Were there anything that you were like hoping to see? Just, you know, go from there.
Let me preface this. You picked a great guest for this because Doctor Strange, and I've said this before on record, Doctor Strange is my favorite superhero. I think he's the coolest one. I fuck with his powers. The first movie was sick. He's not, I don't know. I like not liking one of like the basic characters. I mean, you know, fucking Iron Man's great. But yeah, I really like Doctor Strange, and I think his character's funny, which, like, you know, as a comedian, I like when there's comedic relief and shit in movies.
Yeah.
So I was really excited. You know, I had high expectations. I was nervous because Sam Raimi's kind of a weird director. I like his shit, but he's definitely like weird. And I also was nervous because there was 3 reshoots, like big reshoots. Like the budget, if you look at this movie, is like $600 million around that, which is crazy for any movie.
Even Marvel, Disney.
Yeah, even Marvel. Like I think if you look up Endgame, it's cost like 300 or 400 million to make. So it was like way more expensive, and that made me nervous. But I was still very excited. And dude, I feel that this movie was the definition of mid. It was a very mid-ass movie. And that's not I'm not hating on it. I'm not saying, that's the thing. I'm not saying the movie was bad. It was not bad to me, but it wasn't great. Like I'll see it again because I want to make sure I feel this way, but it doesn't seem like a movie that I'm like, yo, let's throw in fucking Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. Like, it's not a movie you revisit. And I felt like it didn't further this phase or plot anyway. Like, it just was like another side anthology movie, which is cool. But when you tease something like the Multiverse of Madness and how it's supposed to open this, I mean, shit, Spider-Man, Loki, all those did way more for furthering where we're going towards in this movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you said it perfectly. That's the feeling walking out of the theater. The first word that could come to my head was mid,
Yeah.
and maybe part of that was I was, we've been kind of behind in the Marvel movies since of COVID and all that, and have my
Yeah.
hopes a little bit high. But you know what? Hey, that's every Marvel movie. I feel like today is like if your hopes aren't high for a Marvel movie, you know what I mean? What are you doing? You might be new to the game, or it's I know some people who technically are saying they're checked out as of Endgame. They're like, I don't
Yeah,
want to
like
be.
fucking
It's
whatever.
part of like the culture, and just like the NFL. Like I feel like
Hmm.
Marvel's like it's gonna be Marvel. What's the next season or what's the next
Yeah.
movie? You know what I mean? Like they can go on. There's so many different storylines they can do. It's just part of I think gonna be just something that continues to go on, but in regards to Doctor Strange, should have been technically called WandaVision, the fucking movie. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
re-
it had way more to do with her.
if you're gonna look, if Doctor Strange came out as WandaVision season 2 on Disney Plus, holy shit! That's
Yeah.
that's the best series Marvel, maybe even Disney Plus has done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you would have been able to go into more detail, you'd have been able to go into more like just focus on different characters. The Chavez chick, like nothing
Hmm.
against her. I mean, I like the
I didn't
character, the
like I
development, the or not the development, but the behind story, what they wanted her to be and stuff. You could have gone into a little bit more on her. You could have, for somebody that powerful, which she was. Like, I feel like
hmm
she's kind of like maybe because she's new, but even like when Wanda popped up in what Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Wanda was like this shit. You know what I mean? I really felt like on her debut, they really gave her the juice, and then on for this chick, I felt like they had an opportunity to like really like, oh shit, this girl's somewhat very different from every character we've have seen so far. You know what I mean? You'd have been able to give her
Yeah.
that little extra juice, I mean, I guess they did at the end, but I just felt like WandaVision season 2 would have been great. And that, but like you said too, like what happened? Just Wanda got crazy. She did
Yeah.
everything like you saw, killed the fucking the alternate
Fantastic
guess
Four.
I don't know the Illuminati of whatever
Yeah.
universe they were in.
Hmm.
Did all that, but she killed herself at the end, or that's what they're presenting itself
Nah,
as. You
dude.
know
If
what I
you
mean?
don't die on screen in Marvel, you're
You're alive
not dead.
still.
She's coming back, bro. There's no way.
Yes, but I feel like they present that to
Yeah.
so what they're presenting is
We gotta
okay.
buy in.
So it's like,
Whatever.
all right, what the fuck happened? Why did I sit here for an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours, and it could have just, you know what I mean? Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah,
I guess
I hated that the America Chavez character. Is that racist if I don't like her? Because it was
um
supposed to be like Latino
I don't think
representation.
I'll give it a pass. You know
My
what I
bad,
mean?
Latinx. My apologies to the Latinx community for my misgendering of them. No, dude, and I know because like, dude, I don't know how old that actor is, but that she could have been that girl could have been like 15. So like, I don't want to hate on a child. It's just, bro, her acting was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
There's a scene where they drink something and they pass out, and bro, if you watch it
Oh,
again,
the what's in the tea?
please,
Ooh.
yeah, watch the scene. She's there, she's like, if you're watching this podcast, she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And like, bro, just like the most weirdest, like fake knockout. And I just couldn't believe that the director let that in. Like, how did you not go cut? Okay, we got to do another take. Like, I don't know. She was just so, I don't know. I just couldn't buy her character. It just was like, I'm not even someone who gives a fuck really about bad acting, but it was like so bad that it was like noticeable, you know?
Yeah. Well, I guess when you see those mistakes or you see those moments, that's when you have to really call it out, because there's sometimes you can watch a movie fully through and then you're like, you know what, well, it was whatever, they could have done a better job with that character. But mid
Mm-hmm.
movie, I was like, same thing. It's just like you know, like some of her jokes weren't hitting. Some of the, you know, some of her lines I feel like were even said like incorrectly. You know, not the actual
Yeah.
line, but like just the way it was presented. You know, just in that conversation, it's like, all right, you could have said it a little bit better. But I mean, we'll give her credit to like that's a she's gonna be a ball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, I feel like what I guess directors or just, you know, anybody that's producing a TV show or movie, everybody's trying to find the next 11. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
what if we just recast her? We get her canceled and then recast her. I feel like that's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean,
We could
do
dig
we
up some old
do we
tweets,
have the juice to get
Photoshop.
her? Can we get her canceled? Do you think we can
How
do
big
it?
is your reach, Mark? Can we form a search committee to get her canceled and recasted
You know
before the
what?
next
I'll
movie
look
comes out?
into it. I'll hire some of my buddies that want to you know, probably see her
Yeah, get a
as
PI.
yeah, I think they probably would make her 11, you know, just switch the character. I mean, but is that wrong? No, the movie she would,
Yeah.
you know, you know, it's gonna be
No, I
tough.
don't want to recast it. I'm being a dick. We should just, yeah, her acting was whatever. It was just, dude, that's the thing is I'll see the movie again and maybe I had too high expectations for it because it had so much build up and so much this and that. But I don't know. Like when the movie finished, I can't ignore the fact that it finished and I was like, okay, that wasn't bad, but that wasn't amazing. Like I
Yeah.
thought I was about to see the most amazing movie
I
ever. Like
thought I
I
was seeing
love the
Deadpool.
first movie.
I thought I was getting Deadpool.
Yeah,
I
dude,
at
and that's
least
the thing. I was on performance enhancing drugs. I was on weed before, so like you're gonna naturally like the movie more because it's just everything is more enjoyable. And so like
facts.
you I don't know. It was just yeah, I just was kind of let down, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna see it again, and maybe now that I have the letdown, I'll enjoy it more the second time. So
That might work because when you watch a Marvel movie, I mean, I guess so like so here's I'm gonna give you it's we're not talking about Doctor Strange, we're actually gonna be talking about Spider-Man right now, but I
Mhm.
felt like Spider-Man was not what other people were making it out to be. You know, I thought it was
The new one,
really big on the three Spider-Man. Like I thought that was cool. Loved the movie, everything. But my take on that was it could have been better or they rushed it. I would have liked if they made that into two movies. You could have easily done that into two movies.
yeah,
And the whole COVID thing and everything was going on. But if you're gonna do a two movie, like which they've done, Civil War, and
hmm,
then you know the Endgame, those two movies, Endgame and
yeah, yeah.
Infinity War.
Infinity War and Endgame, yeah,
That's for Spider Man. I mean, unless you're gonna bring me uh if this world is going to continue to grow, but I can't see it with how Sony's running the game. Sony completely dropped the
yeah,
ball on Morbius. So like that was I felt like to have all three Spider-Man in a time COVID everything to have that as the first movie as like back as a banger movie, you know, you
hmm,
could have I feel like people did overhype the three Spider-Man, but they make it into two parts, it would have been great. The second movie would have been all about those three working together, fighting, you know, and the fight scenes weren't even all that. Like they had
yeah.
that one at the end, you know what I mean? I would have loved actually I'm taking that back. Green Goblin beat the shit out of Spider-Man. Fucked up
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
bro. He hits him with like a fucking WWE like wrestling move where he has him on his fucking shoulders and he slams him through the floor. That shit was crazy, dude.
And
I
then
I I liked the movie, so I mean, it would have been sick to be in three parts. I mean, that's why the thing where like not to jump genres, but like with Star Wars, everyone's mad that Kenobi's not a movie, it's a series, and I'm like, you're an idiot. Like that's why Tarantino movies are awesome because they're 3 hours long because he
yeah.
gets so long. That's why series are so great because they get hours and hours to tell a story. And that's why a great movie is so impressive because you only have 2 hours. Like a 2 hour movie that's really good is really impressive because it paced well. So, like, yeah, I mean, it would have been sick, but I mean, that, it's a pipe dream. They were never going to do a 3-part Spider-Man movie. It would have been sick. I love that idea of seeing them together and, we kind of got fake promised it where it was like, oh, one of those Spider-Mans is clearly going to be in the Morbius world, but like Morbius did terrible. I didn't even see it. And like, fucking Andrew Garfield says he's retiring from acting now, so that's not going to happen. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know,
And to be honest, the Spider-Man I would have wanted to see in the Morbius world would have been Andrew Garfield. I feel like
Dude, he carried that movie. He was the
completely.
bro. Okay, so like we're talking about expectations earlier. I had never seen the Amazing Spider-Mans until like a month before that movie came out because I was like, oh, I
Okay.
gotta watch them. And I think because everyone was like, yo, those movies fucking suck. Bro, I thought they were both fun. I enjoyed both of them. I thought the first one was really like I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I liked it. And then like the second one was like, yeah, it was like all right, but like it was still good. And so I didn't have the same like hate that everyone had for it. But then he was just amazing in that movie. He's funny. He was so good.
He was, to me, it's even tough, um he's with, instead of this, I guess until the Spider-Man came out, the newer one,
Mm-hmm.
he was the perfect. I felt like he killed Spider-Man. Like that's the outside character, or actually the Spider-Man itself was like completely like the comics, like, or the video games or the
Yeah.
cartoons. Like that's technically what we're comparing it to,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many. You people say, oh, Spider-Man can do this, Spider-Man can do that, or the first three movies were the best. Nah, I think the No Way Home series, or I guess the newer series, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Spider-Man has been the GOAT. But Andrew Garfield, I feel like has defined, like he is Spider-Man, if that makes sense. Like that's who, when I think of Spider-Man, like that's what I'm looking. You know what I mean? I see.
Yeah. Look, I love Andrew Gar or I love yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, Andrew Garfield is I agree with you. Like he plays the Spider-Man, just the Spider-Man character. He played it so well. He's obviously very old now, but so like the idea of having it like he aged darker, his Gwen Stacy died. Like I was
Yeah.
so excited for that. So, retirement, bro, if you throw enough money at people, retirement, and we used to look Brady, Favre, it happens all the time, dude.
Yeah.
So I like I, I'm excited for it. I love Tom Holland's one. I think because he like looks young and
Tom
he
Holland is
plays,
the perfect Peter Parker.
yeah, because he plays the nerdy, but like cute. Like, he's still like,
It's
he's not
okay.
like a dweeb. Yeah. He makes me feel some type of way. And I ain't afraid to admit it. I'm gay, dude. It's cool. It's 2022. Get with it. But he he plays that very well. Like he's believable in that. Toby, I love Toby because we grew up watching him. Like we grew up, if you're a 90, I was born in 97. If you're born in the 90s, even early 2000s, like that's your Spider-Man, dude,
Yeah.
because that's who you saw as a kid or like a young teen growing up. And so but like when you rewatch the movies, like this is sacrilegious, I know, to some people. Toby is not the best of the three, dude.
No.
The movies are fun because Sam Raimi directs those, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they're
At least I know for sure the first two. I don't know if he did the third one or not.
he did the third for sure because I knew he did the
Okay.
third for sure. So yeah, so he did all three then. Um, which like, dude, I like they're fun, but they're kind of dated. They're a little corny. They're like really corny. Whereas like I feel like in the other two Spider-Mans, the corniness of the jokes, like they're not as corny. Of course, you have the corniness of a Marvel movie and like a comic book movie,
Mhm.
but it's not like you know, what I'm trying to say.
It
It's not as
hinders
bad.
the movie.
Yeah,
'Cause,
Spider-Man 3 is not a good movie.
dude, the okay, so people love the walking scene.
It's a meme for sure.
It's okay. Gosh, that part is, it's cool, you know, but like,
Mhm.
man, I want Spider-Man like fucking bitches, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I want to
Here
see
it's.
Spider-Man like
I want to see Spider-Man raw dog and hose, dude. I want to.
you know, but I want that like when he's with Venom, right?
Hmm.
When
Oh
Venom takes
God,
over,
Topher
he
Grace is
has to
Venom.
be a
Boo.
savage. You know what I mean? He has to be.
Yeah.
He's not no. Oh, I'm just gonna dance in the on the street on the sidewalk. Get the fuck out of here with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? What
Mhm.
I mean? I guess at that time you couldn't have done that. You know what I mean? I don't think they want to see Spider-Man just beating the shit
I
out
want
of
to see
somebody.
Spider-Man crip walk down the street. You know what I mean? I want to see. I want to have Toby learn to crip walk for that scene.
I would love a scene where you hear somebody in the, hey, fuck you, Spider-Man, and he fucks him up. Like
Yeah.
completely just turns around, like people recording it and like what, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
Spider-Man gets canceled. I think that's the next storyline of Spider-Man. Is
Well,
he
dude,
gets canceled
because
for punching uh a
an elderly trans woman, and
true
it's all. I mean,
who's
and
Asian.
he's who's Asian, yes, and he's the one who starts Asian hate, not stops it.
You know what I mean? He's canceled, and then I think that's racist though, because I mean, to be honest, he's gonna be in his black suit, you know. So I don't think they'll be able to shoot that. You know, it's gonna get canceled before it even hits.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Spider-Man in black suit, the newest headline in the Daily Bugle.
Spider-Man black faces. I don't think
Yeah.
that's
Well, that dude, that's the thing too about that scene. You're talking the fucking the pointing one.
yeah.
I get it's funny in a meme now, but it's kind of like parachute pants. Like you know how like parachute pants were a thing, like they were a serious thing, and then people realized quickly how lame they were, and they
Mhm.
disappeared, and then now they're back. But you wear them in like an ironic way or like a fashion breaking way. You feel,
Yeah.
dude. So now it's like the parachute pants where they're like fat. It's like it's a meme. It's funny, bro. That scene is supposed to be like maybe have a little bit of comical relief, but it's supposed to be a serious scene in that movie. Like the director was like, this is a great way to represent that he has been taken over by an alien symbiote, is to
The
have him
savage.
have confidence. Weird.
I'm gonna put his hair in front of his eyes. That's gonna
Yeah.
show, I guess 2003, like, or what, not
Yeah.
2003. I'm way off. Like it's like 08, 09, right?
Nah, dude. The first Spider-Man came out in '99.
Holy
And
shit.
then so that one was like I think '04. I think you were right.
Yeah, emo, you know what? Spider-Man, Jared Leto. I
That
think
would have been a good cast.
that
It is
was
weird though, yeah, because emo was big back then too. So it's like, why would you think that portraying like why would Spider-Man walking down the street like, where are you? And I'm so sorry. Like they know what time period we're in. Why is that? Why was that the reference that he went with when he was like, this is how he's gonna be edgy? Nothing's edgy about
maybe
being
that was on the
emo.
radio, he was listening to the same exact song and he said,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have Spider-Man, I'm gonna put my feelings into Spider-Man and he's gonna do it. But yeah, no, completely. I'm so happy that Marvel took over because Marvel's giving us these characters, but don't fucking give me somebody who's not ready to go. If they're not ready to
Yeah.
go, do not put them in my MCU. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. You can put
Yeah.
whoever, whatever character, whatever background. That does not mean anything to me. If they come to
Yeah.
the MCU, join the MCU, and if they ain't got their shit ready to go, do not put them in the Marvel movie.
Nah,
That's
dude,
just
you're
how we
right.
got to do it. And you know what? It might be some older characters. It might be, whatever you want to say. Not everybody's gonna get a chance, but fuck that. The MCU is where the big dogs play, and if you ain't ready to play with the big dogs, take your ass to Sony, take your ass to Warner Brothers, and you know what? You can be the Six Flash or whatever you want to be, but you ain't doing that to the MCU.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all good.
Bars, son.
What so what do you think happens next? Like, what's your prediction on maybe the next big? I guess I don't want to say the next big bad. We kind of already know that, but like,
Yeah.
what's this leading up to you for?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, and I mean, it's just because I like have been reading stuff. I think it's leading towards the Secret Wars, which is gonna have to do with like, I mean, the only cool, actually, the one thing that maybe I did have too high expectations for the movie, because as I want to say that it didn't progress anything. I think that the next big thing is that Doctor Strange was clearly in another universe for a really long time, and we learned about universes collapsing on top of each other.
Yeah.
So that shit's gonna collapse on like Earth, and I think that's what the Secret Wars is gonna be, is like another universe's like heroes kind of versus our heroes, but then like the villains of the universe team up, so the heroes of the universe team up. Next big team up thing is what I think Secret Wars is, and that's just with like the minimal reading I've done on it, and I've just like kind of making a guess. I could be very wrong, but yeah.
No, I watch the same shit, read the same shit. It's that's kind of what is setting up, once they do cross paths. That's I've from what I've read, that's what's gonna bring the Fantastic Four, that's what's gonna bring the X-Men. Which, okay, so it's the little plot twist that I guess that I have, or part where I don't understand. So the variables, right? Or what? Well, not the. I guess what was the word they used? The variants. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's a variant of somebody in each universe, right? That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
So that means we do have a Fantastic Four. Reed Richards, Professor X, in our universe. Wouldn't that make?
Yeah, but they could also just like say that ours died. Because you know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Like, there's like in this world, like Wanda's didn't have kids, and there's like other universes where like Doctor Strange has already died.
Okay.
So maybe I think they could very easily cover that up. But you're also right. They literally could be in hiding, because they could just take any storyline, even being
But
like,
it wouldn't.
like
But it
mutants
wouldn't
were
make
frowned
sense.
upon.
I don't see. I know people said the hiding thing. It wouldn't make sense. You have the
With
Reed Richards.
Thanos, bro. With Thanos,
Yeah.
you guys aren't. That was my problem with the Eternals, bro.
Yeah, fuck the
Have you
Eternals.
seen
Don't
that
even get
movie?
me fucking
That
started on
movie
the
blew
Eternals.
cock, bro. That movie was just a bore fest for 3 hours with CGI shoved down your throat. It sucked, dude. But the worst part was trying to convince me that they came out for these little demon things, but not half of the universe being deleted. I'm supposed to believe that? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, no, fucking complete waste of a movie. Marvel
Trash, dude.
dropped the
Trash.
ball completely. Got too creative. What was it, Chang Li or Shang Li? That was all right.
I like that one. That one's probably honestly, out of this like phase 4, that's the one I've enjoyed the most.
I don't know. I don't know where the hate for Black Widow's at. Like I don't get that.
I thought that one was kind of whatever.
It's
That was like a movie.
mid,
Yeah.
but
I think
here's the thing.
I think it's significantly below Doctor Strange for me.
I'll give you that. But here's where I feel like Doctor Strange dropped the ball. Black Widow. I knew that movie was probably not going to be good, right?
Yeah.
I went into that movie with that mindset, right? So I from what I expected, I got, Doctor Strange. I went in wanting to see fucking Tom Cruise as Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting.
I think we overhyped ourselves for this movie, quite possibly, because that was the same thing, bro. Like when the atomic like Voltron robots come in, I was like, oh my god, Tom Cruise is under one of those for sure. Like I immediately searched, and I don't even like fuck with Tom Cruise like that, but I was like, oh my god. Yeah. And then when it didn't happen, I was mad, and I was like, why am I doing this?
Hey, maybe in that world, Tom Cruise character is the character from Tropic Thunder, and he's actually turning into Iron Man. That would be, I would pay money to see.
I like that.
Motherfucking dropping bomb Tom Cruise. Imagine that as Iron Man.
I'm Tom Cruise.
Imagine that. That would be a badass fucking Iron Man right there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
We will fuck you.
Suck my unit. It's my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Tropic Thunder, another movie that would not be made today. But so Marvel is, I guess, like you said, they did know more, but they did know less. So I feel like still kind of where they left off. Thor gonna be fucking great. If it's not, hey, Marvel might be on something, something might be in the water if
Yeah,
there's
they're in
not.
trouble if that movie's not like really good. My thought too on the Black Widow movie, I didn't like it as much either because like it okay, it was like okay, why are you making a prequel movie for
A
a
dead person.
character that's dead? Like this should, and I get that it should have had when I say it should have happened way earlier, it should have, but I know that there was like, contract stuff, and I know that the world wasn't necessarily ready to support a lead female superhero movie at the time, when she was introduced type thing. But it's like, bro, I don't know. It was hard to give a fuck when you're like, she's dead. Because any intense scene, you're like, she doesn't die here. I know where she dies. And then you're like, and then also like her sister's sick, but then you're like, where was this bitch?
Yeah. Where
Where
were
was she?
you
We
when
needed your
Thanos
help.
was here fucking everybody up? They
Yeah,
could do,
exactly.
Marvel could just like zoom in on when all the warriors were opening up all the portals. They could zoom in to anything like, oh, they were right there running, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess you're right.
nah, there's a lot of plot holes Marvel has to fix up, but I feel like it's tough to follow an end game, so who knows if we'll ever
I
get to.
thought the movies were over after Endgame, if I'm being honest. I was surprised when they were like, they're making more like with the continuation of the universe. I was like,
It could have
why?
ended there and been the greatest.
And then just do spin-off movies.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. I mean, I guess I'm not, I guess, no, I enjoy it. It's just, that's what's hard, dude, is it does make a lot of plot holes because when you have an event like Endgame, because it wasn't just like you had some guy that could consume universes or shit like that. You had a guy who, with the snap of the fingers, deleted half the universe. And so I get that you could say that maybe they were snapped away, but it's like leading up to that or even after that when they're snapped back, like how do these characters not come in and help with these events? Like, and I get that, it's like, oh, there's so many heroes, but it's like, but when you create an event like Endgame, the end of the world, possibly, like world being enslaved by Thanos, you can't then just be like, oh, they were like in, they were in Canada. It was too far to come help. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
If they're a hero, they would come help. You know what I mean?
Moon Knight in
Oh,
with
I
the
haven't seen
Avengers.
that yet. It's the only I'm excited. I'm gonna start watching it though.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
They introduced more than fucking Doctor Strange did,
Okay,
but
I'm excited then. No spoilers. No spoilers for
yeah,
me.
no spoilers. What's his name? The actor in that Moon Knight. I can't think of his name, but
Is it
hey, great.
Oscar Isaacson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac, something like that. Or
Yeah.
yeah, fucking great. Great casting, perfect. I want to see what they do with their characters leading forward, with everything going on. But Brandon, it was good talking Doctor Strange, talking Marvel
Yeah.
with you. Hopefully we can do another one. If you had to pick, are we meet up again after Thor, or are we gonna meet up after Buzz?
You're talking Buzz Lightyear? Oh, dude, the memes for that are amazing. Great
Yeah,
memes. Great memes.
it's.
Um, I don't know. When's Thor come out?
I think so. I think Buzz comes out June 10th. Thor comes out June 17th. Completely shits on Buzz. So that's giving me vibes that Buzz is gonna be a flop if Disney's gonna give you a post 1 week after it drops. So
I guess you're right. Yeah, dude. It's just my thought on the Buzz thing is it's like it's not live action, but the way you animated this thing is way different than the Toy Story animation. Like you made them humans instead of toys, which I get. But it's just like, who the fuck was like, we need a Buzz Lightyear prequel movie. Like we need to know who the real Buzz Lightyear is, because it doesn't strike me as a movie for like it's a children's movie, but what child?
yeah,
It's not made for a good age demographic. It's not a movie anyone's really rushing to see. So yeah, let's meet up after Thor, and we'll talk about that movie. See how
yeah.
what we think of that.
Well, you know what? Hopefully, we got about a month. about a month or so.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't get arrested, smoking weed in
Yeah,
Texas.
for real.
We were just talking about how Brandon is basically a full-time criminal living in
Yeah,
Texas.
I'm Pablo Escobar. If you really look at just charges lined up, I'm basically Pablo Escobar, which is all I ever wanted to be. So,
Hey Brandon, what's up with the your last resort? I know you got the cooking
the food show. All right,
yeah,
guys. So yeah, we got
this
if you
is new, right?
guys, yeah, this is it's the second episode just came out as of yesterday when we're recording this. It's so if you want to look it up, it's called Your Last Review, or my YouTube is YouTube/Brandon Lejeune Comedy. You can find it there. Basically what it is it's me and three other comedians go around Austin and we show you the sights, sounds, and tastes of Austin. So give you a look into the comedy world. We give you some of the places to eat. We go and do shit after. So like it's I draw, and I'm not afraid to say it. I draw a lot of inspiration from Fuck That's Delicious,
Best
which
TV
love
show.
Action
Fucking
Bronson, amazing
give
TV
me as
show.
much Action Bronson. Put him in the MCU.
Yeah, dude, 100% for real. I love Action Bronson. So, I got the inspiration of it. If it's more like that, it's not like a Food Network type show where it's not kind of boring and lame. There's jokes in it. We go to bars. This episode, we went to Cranky Granny's Sweet Rolls, which are these amazing gourmet cinnamon rolls. They base them off of real desserts. So there's like peach cobbler, s'mores, just amazing rolls. And then we go to Top Golf after we got some footage of a comedy show that me and my co-host of the show were on. So it's a good time, dude. I'm really proud of it. It's not like low quality. It's really high quality. It could legit be a TV internet show. So go check it out. Show it some love. And then if you liked my voice, which I can't imagine you did, I have a podcast, Your Last Resort Podcast. You can find it everywhere. It's available. It drops every Wednesday, clips out everywhere. Fucking yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Everybody go check that out. Brandon, I gotta ask, bro, when next time you're in Orange County?
Yeah, dude. So if you're interested in seeing my comedy, there'll be two places you can see me at. May 26th in Huntington Beach. You can see me at La Cave Comedy Club, that'll be a great one. It's like a 70-seater comedy club. It will sell out. So get tickets if you want to see it. I'll be featuring there for Galen Nash. And then on May 29th, which is Sunday, you can see me also in Orange County. The show will be announced. I have to wait to announce it based off some other stuff. So just follow me at Brandon Legend RE_ Brandon Lejeune _ on Instagram. And I post all my show dates. I have it listed. There'll be links to all the tickets so you guys can buy that. There'll be two opportunities you can see me in California this month.
Hell yeah, man. Everybody go make sure if you can go check Brandon out. Go support everything he got going on. And hey, Brandon, thank you for coming on the first of hopefully more movie reviews. And I appreciate the time just talking shit with you. It's always a good time. And you know what? Go Steelers, go Eagles. I thought we both took dubs in the draft.
Go Pennsylvania.
Let's go. See you guys next week with another episode.
See ya.
Bueno Park is in the building. Bueno Park? What's the deal? Nothing but the homies out there. Nothing but the homies. What's up with the homies?
Who poppin'? We poppin'.